Welcome to this channel, the scriptures, and today we're going to talk about your axe head will froth. So we know in real life that the axe head cannot froth if it falls into water. It can't be retrieved. But there are situations which are impossible to man, which are possible to God. There's an incident in the Bible which we are going to look about in 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 1 to 7, which talks about Elisha and the sons of the prophets. So we know one day that the sons of the prophets were increasing. So they told Elisha, the prophet of God, let us go down to River Jordan and cut trees. So when they went to cut the trees, there was some son of the prophet who had a borrowed axe. We know that in new situations, people borrow things so that they can impress others or they can do something. There are some people who has borrowed shoes, some has borrowed cars, some had borrowed even clothes so that they can maybe go to a certain function. But we know those things are not good. Whatever you have, let God use it for your glory and for His glory. Let you not borrow anything from somebody. Let you yourself be borrowing people things, because with God nothing is impossible. So we know that when the son of the prophet borrowed that axe, in the process of cutting the trees in River Jordan, the axe head had to fall into water. So when it fell into water, we know that the, the son of the prophet started to cry, "Oh my Lord, it's a borrowed axe." And when situations are worse for us, when things are bad for us, when things comes to us which are impossible to go to men, those things are possible to God. So let us hold on, let us have faith in God. This son of the prophet had faith in God. That's why he told the servant of God, Elisha, and Elisha had to cut a tree, a stump of the tree, a stick, and threw it into water, and in the process the axe head frothed. So there are situations which we ourselves found ourselves in. Maybe there's situations like drug abuse, some situations like sexual immorality and drug abuse, and there are situations which are beyond our control. So those things which we fell into, God is able to bring us out of those situations. So maybe your marriage is not working, is worsening every day. That's an axe head which is sunken. So ask God so that He can revive it. Maybe it's an economic situation you are in. Like here in Kenya, we have a problem with the economy, so most people are suffering. There are some even who don't have food to put on the table. There are some people who cannot even pay rent and even school fees. And those situations, let us bring them to God. God is going to revive us economically. Maybe it's a spiritual downfall you have. You have sunken deep, not in spiritual matters. You are not serious with spiritual matters. Maybe one time you were going to church, this day you don't go to church. You are paying even tithes and offerings, you don't pay these days. You don't participate in even in any church activity, and that time, the former times you were doing very good in your spiritual life. God is going to revive you and make you strong in your faith. Maybe you are pursuing a certain course, you have failed in exams many times. God is going to make it happen, and you are going to succeed, and you are going to graduate. Even if you don't have any school fees to pay, ask God. God is going to assist you to get the school fees so that you can pay and finish your school. Lord is asking us to have faith in Him, as from Mark 9 verse 23 and also Genesis 14 verse 18. Nothing is impossible to God. So those situations which are not good, God will make them to be good. So as Elisha threw that stick and the axe had floated, God is going to make all those things which are impossible to become possible. Those axe head which are foreign, God is going to make them float. And with God, nothing is impossible, as we know from Philippians 4 verse 13, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's God who strengthens us to overcome those situations which we see they are impossible to us. Amen. Shalom, shalom. God bless you abundantly.